I left for a 2-week hiking trip to clear my head. No phone, no distractions, just peace. But when I came home, my house was gone. My locks were changed. Strangers were living in my home, and the HOA said they sold it fair and square. What they didn't know was they picked the wrong guy to steal from. I'd spent the last 6 months on call with Nashville Fire Station 14. We lost 2 crew members in that stretch. I'd held hands through dying breaths, broken ribs under collapsed roofs, and barely seen my own front porch in weeks. So when I finally got approved for a 2-week break, I took it all the way out to the Rockies. No phone, no alerts, just trails, silence, and a borrowed tent. Coming home should have felt like peace. Instead, I came back to war. The locks were changed. There was a luxury sedan in my driveway, a for sale sign crushed in the trash bin, and a couple I didn't recognize stepping out of my front door with coffee mugs in hand. The man smiled, as if we were meeting at a cocktail party. "We bought this place through the HOA auction," he said, sipping. "Paid cash. You must be Marcus." "Right." My blood ran cold. "You're living in my house." He shrugged. "Talk to the board. Everything's legit. My name is Marcus Hall. I'm 38, firefighter, veteran, homeowner, at least. I thought I was. I sprinted to my shed. The spare camera server gone. My security system was disconnected. When I asked for proof of ownership, they handed me a deed with their names on it, dated 5 days after I left for Colorado. Everything I owned was gone. My gear, my uniforms, my grandfather's medals, even the urn with my dog's ashes. At the center of it all, Gordon Whitmore, HOA president, real estate consultant, and, apparently, thief. He had filed a lien on my home while I was gone, citing unpaid dues and serious violations. Quiet foreclosure, auction through the HOA, no notice, no hearing. The violations: unapproved flagpole, excessive fence height, unmowed grass. All completely false. I pay my dues. On time. Always. I checked my bank records. Not a single payment missed. The county clerk confirmed it had been legally transferred. But something didn't sit right. It wasn't just shady. It was surgical. I started digging. Turns out, I wasn't the first. At least 14 other homes had been seized and auctioned under Whitmore's tenure. Mostly elderly folks. Some single parents. One disabled veteran each time. Minor violations, inflated fines, fast-tracked foreclosures, silent auctions, private buyers. And in each case, the buyers always tied to the board. That's when I found Dana McMillan, a firecracker of an attorney. She'd handled HOA corruption in California and brought down a crooked board in Georgia. I brought her everything I had. And one more thing, a recording. My neighbor, Miss Lorraine, had unknowingly captured audio of Whitmore bragging, "Hall's lot is already cleared. He'll touch down to nothing." Dana filed a $5 million federal lawsuit, not just for fraud, for racketeering under RICO. We subpoenaed the HOA's last 6 years of records. 2 days later, they tried to shred them. That alone triggered a criminal referral. The FBI got involved. I posted my story online. Reddit, Facebook, anywhere someone might listen. Firefighter returns from hiking trip to find HOA sold his home, trended within hours. Local stations aired interviews. One had footage from a neighbor's doorbell cam, showing HOA board members entering my yard before the auction was even filed. CNN picked it up. Within 72 hours, the Tennessee Attorney General launched an investigation. 3 weeks later, the buyers received a federal eviction notice. Turns out, they weren't innocent buyers after all. One of them was Melissa Conway, niece of HOA board member and developer Brett Conway. They had 72 hours to vacate. I stood on my front lawn as they wheeled their espresso machine and designer furniture into a moving van under the eyes of a U.S. Marshal. Then came the trial. The courtroom was packed. Reporters everywhere. Cameras flashing. Whitmore looked like a wet paper bag in a rental suit. Judge Althea Jennings, delivered one of the most satisfying judgments I've ever heard. This board orchestrated a criminal operation. They exploited legal gray areas. They betrayed their neighbors. And they will answer for every name on every fraudulent deed. She ruled. My home returned. All victims compensated. Whitmore's real estate license revoked. His personal home foreclosed. Brett Conway indicted on wire fraud. The HOA disbanded. But poetic justice. That came later, 2 months after the ruling. I got a call. Repo trucks had pulled up to Whitmore's mansion. They took his golf cart, his furniture, his wine cellar, even his fake Man of the Year plaque. All of it, boxed and stripped. He tried to steal homes from hardworking people. He forgot one thing. We don't quit. I'm back now. My gear's replaced. My home's intact. My neighbors are safe. And in my front yard, under a new flagpole, flies a banner, not for sale, ever. Sometimes, justice isn't just about what you get back. It's about making sure no one else gets taken, ever again.